All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Baso. So today's video is about knee stability. While we're working on knee stability, it's important because it's the lateral movement of your knees. Your knees do shift side to side. It just don't move forward. So it moves around side to side. So a lot of people just train one way. If somebody bumps you or fall into your leg, your knees will be probably the first thing to give out, not your ankles or your hip, because that's typically the weakest point is what's usually going to give out. So today I'm going to demonstrate 2 knee stability exercises that'll help strengthen your knees and help with the stabilization of your knees. Now, before you do any of these exercises, make sure you get clearance from your doctor to do any of these exercises. So I'm going to do 2 exercises that help with your stability of your knees. So the first one is going to be a resistant band. Now, you don't have to get one this thick. And what you want to do is you can get one a little bit smaller. So it just depends on your strength. I would advise going with a smaller band. So bands come all different sizes, different thickness. So this one's a little thicker. So I would start off with something like this, really small and light. So if you put it in my palm hands compared to my fingers, it's about my two finger lengths or smaller. So what you want to do is not as much tension on it, so you can hook it to something that's foundation, some fixture or something. In this case, I got it fixed to some weight. So what you want to do, put this on your calf and you want to walk off. The stronger you are, the further you can stand out. But of course, your abductors and your knee stability has to be strong enough. So in order to do this, you got to build up to it. Like anything, you want to start off. So when we start off, we'll do like this. See right there, the slack is off the resistant band. So what I will advise, step about 1 inch past once you get that tension. So that's slack. So that's slack off. So start off with like about 1 inch past the tension, add tension 1 inch past the slack. And then what you want to do, you want to step back. It's like a reverse lunge. So you want to step back like this. And what you want to do, the band is wanting to pull your knees, see this way? So your stabilization in your knees and ankles, you got to stabilize it. So once you stabilize it, you can stand here and hold it for 30 seconds. If you can't hold it for 30 seconds, do 15 seconds. Don't worry about doing no reps. Just work on keeping it. Most people can't do it. If they never did it, they'll end up bowing it like this. So go 1 inch and then hold it for 30 seconds. That back knee, make it a little bit more challenging. Drop that back knee down and hold it for 30 seconds. So if that's too easy, again, you can step 2 inches. So that's 2 inches. The further you stand, the more tension it puts on the band, and also the more tension, the harder it is for your legs. So again, you want to reverse lunge, step back, squat down, and then hold it. You can hold it for starting off 15 seconds and then gradually build up to 30. So it looks easy, but I'm using my knees to help stabilize it and also my adductors to help stabilize it. So you can do each leg individually. You're going to notice one leg is going to be a lot easier than the other leg. So that's great to isolate each leg. So that way it's one a little bit not as strong, you can work on building that strength. So that's exercise number 1. So exercise number 2, it's going to work on your knee stability and also your ankle, but they run hand in hand. So this one here, I started off with 2 blocks. You don't have to do 2. You can start off with 1 and then gradually go up. So what you want to do on this one, We're going to do single leg isolations. If you don't feel comfortable enough standing here, you can always put it against the wall or use a chair next to you. So what you want to do, place one foot on, I got a yoga block and then the steps. I want to squat down low enough where I can, with my left leg, it can touch the ground and step without moving my right leg. So I'm going to squat down and then I'm going to begin. Touch the ground, just tap it. As you can see, I got to use my ankles and knee for stability and control. Also, my core is being engaged. So that'll help because your knee is going to wobble side to side, also your ankle. So it'll help with the stability of your knee and ankle. So you want to do anywhere between do 3 sets of 10. So touch the ground and touch the box. That's 1 rep. Do 3 sets of 10. And then if that gets easy, what you want to do, you want to increase the height. So that's 3 blocks. The yoga block. Same thing. Makes it harder because I got to squat a little lower to be able to touch the ground in the box. So I'm going to squat down to where I can touch the ground. And then I'm going to get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you saw, this leg never moved up and down. Yes, it's going to be a quad burner. It's going to burn your quads, but it's a more so focused because I'm more working on my knee stability, and my knee is going to move because the block is not solid. It's smushy, so it moves. So this going to work my ankles and my knee. Of course, it's going to work my core and also work my quads. But the main focus is my stability of my knee. Yes, we're going to work other muscles involved in it, but it's an exercise that focuses on your knee. So while you're standing here trying to balance yourself, it's going to wobble and your knee's going to move side to side. So it's a great exercise to work your knee stability and also that first exercise. So this, I will do 3 sets of 10. As you get stronger, keep going up. And eventually you get to a point where you get at least bench high. Then it's time to add 2 blocks. Lower it back down, 2 blocks. 2 blocks is a lot harder, so I'll demonstrate it. So I'll get another block. So 2 blocks. So going to 2 blocks is a lot more difficult. But before you start this, again, you want to make sure you got pretty decent ankle strength and ankle mobility. So I did a video with the wobble board. You want to make sure you do that for a few months before you go on to something like this, and also work on your core. And I'll put some videos out for some core exercise. A lot of people think crunches work your stabilizing muscles. It doesn't. So I'll teach or demonstrate some workouts that works your stabilizing muscles. So again, 2 blocks is a lot more difficult than 1 because now it's a lot more unstable. So let me demonstrate. Squat down, touch. 1. Get back up. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, it's a lot more difficult. And reason why I like this exercise too, it focuses on a lot of that mind-body connection. So your whole time you're focusing on not falling, trying to stabilize, touch the ground. So there's a lot going on here. So you don't even have time to like hold a conversation on the side. You got to really focus and dial in to the workout. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, let me know. Those are two little bit advanced workouts for the knee. So try it, but don't try it if you don't have good ankle mobility, if you don't have strong ankles, and you don't have decent core, because it's not going to look too good. You're going to fall. So if I would advise you first do it, scoot to the wall and use the wall. So that way you feel like you're going to fall, you can grab onto the wall. See there? So safety always comes first. So what I would recommend, use the wall first. If you can do it with the wall, then you can move it away from the wall. All right? Thank you. Y'all have a good evening.